you
fucking
shitting
shut the
me?
fuck
She's
up.
only got all of the fat in her ass.
Where it
Bro, she
belongs.
doesn't. Yeah, and perfect little. Like, what are you
Where
talking
she
about?
said little. She's little.
No, tiny little waist.
No.
Okay, yeah, her waist is good too. Yeah, but I'm saying like
dude.
she's just.
Claire Bear's a
Are you
dog.
shitting me?
Claire Bear's a dog.
If you saw that in person, you would not say the same. You'd be like,
Your fucking
have
tongue
dou-
would
you
be
have dou-
hanging
you
to
have
the
doubted
floor.
You've doubted our opinions before, and then you go, yeah,
I've just
you know what?
I've seen so much better, and I don't know.
Where have you seen better?
Yeah, all right.
Dude,
I'd
look on
love to
Instagram.
know. I'd
Look
love
on-
to know.
Look on Instagram.
Pull
right
up 5 right now.
Dude, there's a
now. I don't know. I don't know their names.
there was an SNL skit. Let me tell you this real
Harley
quick.
Quinn.
There was an SNL skit, and it was
Harley
like supposed to be a bunch of friends at like a friend group dinner. And the girls go, "Oh, you know it'd be a fun game. Let's open up everybody's Instagram Discover page."
Oh my god!
And then it pans to all the boyfriends of the group, and they all start getting like gripping the table. And the girl's like, "Look at mine. It's like hiking and like beach walks." And then she goes, "Jason, let's see yours." And he goes, "No, I'm not doing that."
What's on your For You page?
Dude,
Cheeks.
what do you think? Joe Rogan even laughed. He goes, "All of us men have our hobby. So if like for him, it'll be like some golf and then like some car accidents and then butt cheeks.
Mine's a lot of
Us is-
bodybuilding.
It's all bodybuilding and then
Sports
yeah.
and then
Dude, mine's bodybuilding,
The occasional
anime,
boob.
anime, and then
Occasional boob.
not gonna lie.
that's
Occasional boob.
that's what you can tell if like what someone likes is if it's a butt cheek or a boob.
That's true.
no,
That's true. That's true.
You guys,
Because you're gonna get more
Lance,
things.
you told me
than
you're
not.
an ass guy, but I think
Ass
you're more of a
man.
boob guy.
No, I mean boobs definitely catch my eye. I can't lie to that, but I am an ass man.
I feel like I catch you drooling over boobs faster.
Yeah, that's just because they catch you from the front, you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
But if you're starting from the rear, I
it's
guess
like
the rear's
it's a
gonna win
light-
too.
It's a light jab, and then the uppercut comes.
No, I mean it's. Yeah, I mean it's. I don't know.
Ooh, that one caught me. Turns around.
Oh
I mean,
my god, KO!
They always look fun, but I
Oh
mean
my
if they're
God.
too large, they're overwhelming.
That's what I think.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
because Aaron said that too before. I think big boobs are cooler to look at than they are to be like
For sure.
playing with.
I think it also comes in with shape.
It's like a cool car with bad mileage.
I just like to look. I'm a window shopper.
yeah, window shopping. Just like, oh, that's a nice pair.
That's a nice set of tits. Yeah.
How much?
But
How much?
prefer in the bedroom, not a bigger pair of boobs.
No.
No, big butt's key.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome back to the D2 podcast. Around the
We
table.
lose every female.
No,
Every fuck that.
we support females.
We do,
Around
we're
the table,
pro
we got Zach Blachik, Lance Hefner. I almost said Nick. And myself, Zach Devo. Nick is
out
just
of
getting
state.
done with a show. Before we talk about Nick, though, Code D2 with Bashmouth, Code D2 with Pivot. They just had their new drop.
Yep.
Check it out. A lot of female stuff there. So the ones we almost just lost, go use our code.
We haven't
Pivot.
shared any of their stuff recently. None of us.
Well,
Okay, well, hold on.
we're-
Don't give me something to cut out. 2 minutes. Okay. Anyways, Code D2 with Pivot, Code D2 with the Flavor Gang. Well, let's catch up, but we're going to talk about...
Yeah, let's catch up.
Let's talk about Nick's show real quick. We're going to comment real quick on it because I would rather hear it from him when he comes back. Bullshit.
Yeah.
The hell are you guys looking at?
I don't care what anybody says. So the feedback they gave Nick was
Turn on the TV.
more detail in the back and then come in tighter or something like
Something
that.
with the chest needed to be fuller.
Oh, chest fullness.
Chest
And
fullness, back needed to be tighter.
My only thing is, okay, if you're going to say that, great. Fucking put him in third. But then the first place guy better have
something crazy.
in back detail,
Yeah.
which you just told him he didn't have, and some crazy chest fullness.
Did
and
not.
that fucking winner had a
Way
decent
less
physique,
tissue.
but
Way
like
less
way
tissue.
less tissue
Way
and
less tissue.
didn't have the detail that they told Nick he had to have.
If the shape and structure were there, I guess, but I feel like the conditioning for the dude who even took first did not.
Go one more up, and do the Gilco one.
Yeah,
It's way better.
that's so cool. He got to get Goko.
Yeah.
He's so good at
Looks
that.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, look at him.
Delts look nuts.
Oh, let's look at the.
Yeah, let's go to the NPC Sydney, whatever, and let's look at the winner too.
Yeah.
Because, like, okay, sure. If you want more back detail, sure. But then the guy that wins better have more back detail than that.
Or he better beat him in other compartments.
Sure, but if you're going to tell me back detail is the only reason.
It should not be the only.
He's
reason,
fucking
bro.
huge in the
Huge.
shots, by the way. Nick looks fucking.
He looks huge.
Wait, which side are we going on?
Look
Type
at
in
that phone.
NPC Sydney, so NPC CY, DNEY. Nope, not yet. DNEY.
Cam's girl looked nuts too.
Come on, it's got to come up here. There it is. Yep. Okay, so now we got that. Now click on that
Top
guy.
right. Yeah, this is the winner.
Okay, first off, watch this posing. It's like he forgot and then was like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what he just
What was
did
that, the
there.
seatbelt? That was the seatbelt move, and he rolled his shoulders way forward.
He's got good conditioning.
Yeah.
Good
That's
conditioning.
conditioning.
Yeah. He's got great structure too. I'll give him that.
But the back detail isn't
He didn't hold
any
that
more
shot
than
for
Nick.
long at all. What are we doing here?
He's too much.
He never really held the pose. He just kind of pulled it in.
Yeah, he's not holding his poses.
No, why do you
And
keep
that's not a good
twisting your
shot.
waist? Why do you keep moving when holding the front shot? That actually irritates me a little bit.
Is there second on here? Because second.
No, second didn't get played.
See how he does the little shoulder twist thing? It's like just hold the shot. Get into it.
Second didn't get a video, and I think that's funny. I'm like, okay,
Second's
then show
absurd. Dude,
show us who the other person
This
was.
video has way more views than the other one.
I wish we could do a side by
Justin Shire, top comment.
Yep. Looked really damn good. I'm not usually one to speak about bad calls, but this one appeared to be highway robbery. Justin Shire.
That's an Olympian.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
That's an Olympian commenting on that.
What the fuck is that noise?
Your phone. Yeah, you got your phone on loud. Sorry. Silence your phones. We're
You know
in
what
class.
I mean? Like, I mean yeah,
okay.
that's a W.
We
That's
won't
a W.
talk too much more about it. We'll let Nick
Let
come
Nick do
back
the
and
talking.
talk about
Yeah.
it. But just in our opinion, watching from afar, we are biased, obviously, but I can be unbiased for the sake of judging.
Also, if you have a pair of eyes.
Nick
Yeah.
won. Nick
Yeah,
won.
like also if you have a pair of eyes. Also, if you can open your fucking eyes.
Honestly,
Yeah,
though.
it just seems a little weird.
Controversial.
Yeah.
Very
Let's talk about.
controversial.
Let's look at some of these other people here.
But
'cause
Cam,
This girl,
this show
yeah.
is pretty stacked.
is this Cam's
She's gonna
girl?
be nuts.
She
She's gonna-
looks crazy
She's gonna
good.
fucking kill it, dude.
Yeah.
Look at
Great
that.
structure.
Wild.
Imagine going to a regional show and coming up against that. And you're
And
like,
just
well,
seeing
fuck.
these athletes at that level, it's just like, yo, it's really eye opening for sure.
Good competition in Georgia.
But yeah, like perfect like mix of conditioning and fullness.
Yeah, if you have Gilco at your regional, it's probably a pretty
A
big
good
deal.
show.
Yeah.
That's why it was like a cool show for Nick to do. It just sucks that it went the way it went because
This guy's crazy.
lame.
Look at those legs. Great fullness.
Not classic shape.
No.
Let's
Open.
get those lats bigger.
Needs to go
Way
open.
bigger.
Lats and arms need to grow.
Legs.
Legs
for
are
sure.
impressive.
They need more size.
He needs to turn into that
He
more.
needs to. Oh,
He's peeled.
Yeah.
he's got shredded glutes. Hamstrings
Yeah.
look pretty good.
That's probably why he won it. Was he's peeled, but his back is not
Look
fully
at his
there.
tricep striations though.
Is he balding up top?
Yeah, bad. It's
Oh
thinner
yeah.
than thin.
Holy shit! Then once you notice that, all of a sudden it really appears.
It's like, just shave it, dude. I don't get
This
that.
is a good open, dude.
That's crazy.
Legs need.
For a regional, yeah, legs need a ton.
But still a big upper body. Yeah, very big upper body.
I think he looks a little older. He needs to hit these poses longer.
quads need to be worked on nonstop.
Great upper body.
He's got to stay these poses longer.
Yeah, he's not holding for very long.
He's not
He's got to
flexing
clench
his
the hamstring. Yeah. Nope.
Lean back, brother.
Lean back, really.
Drive the hips through. Knees over the toes.
Posing needs some fucking
Posing
work.
needs a lot of work.
Conditioning,
Lean
conditioning
as
is
shit,
there.
yeah,
Conditioning
look at
is
that.
very impressive.
I mean, look at
Yeah.
those quads. You
Peeled.
can see every
Look
piece.
at that
Peeled.
chest.
Peeled.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
good.
That dude just needs a lot of quads. Holy shit. Then we don't see it until he squares up on that shot.
Dude, I'm sorry, but
I'm sorry.
that is ridiculous. Look
no.
at
Hey guys, I won my show.
Look at the wellness girl on the far right.
that. Yeah, she's
Oh,
big.
Who the fuck? Yeah, that's damn. That's a good national physique right
that's
there.
a fucking impressive
All
wellness
these
competitor.
overall winners are
All right.
very good.
All right. Well, let's move on from that. So that's the Sydney. What was it? Gillian.
Yeah.
Sydney. Yeah, Sydney
Bowl.
Gillen Classic down in
Yep.
Georgia. We don't necessarily know what Nick's doing yet.
He's
or
doing
is
a
he
show
doing
in 2 weeks.
Chattanooga or something?
Yeah.
So he's going to
'Cause
Chattanooga.
then they're probably just going to stay there for
The week.
nationals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well just do a camp there. He's probably he's got
Coolest thing about Nick though is the fact that we didn't get the outcome we wanted, but now he's going to work even harder, lock in even harder,
Yep.
and we know that he's got the physique for the next level. So go get him, kid. We love you. We miss you. Can't wait to hear about it at the end.
keeping your seat warm, buddy.
Yeah, Zach's farting into it real good.
Just for you when you get back.
Yep.
Just for you.
All right. Well, let's catch up. How was your guys' week?
Oh, it was good.
Yeah.
Nice Memorial Day weekend. 3-day
Nice.
weekends are elite
Huge.
on every level, dude. This feels so nice.
Yeah.
Spent some time at the pool yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Missed you there again.
Yeah. Damn.
That
How
That
was
sun has
that?
been feeling nice, dude. We got some color to start the year
Yeah.
already.
My hands are starting to get that like you know how your palms are usually really like pasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then you start to get that tan line over it, and then you're just like, oh, okay,
I gotta get out in the sun more.
Somewhere.
Yeah, shit. I went golfing for like 4.5 hours, and then we hit the pool after. That's what I've done the last 2 Saturdays, and that has been so elite. Start the morning off like outside doing an outdoor activity for like 2-3 hours, and then just laying out and getting sun.
Kill it during the week, and then you look forward to those like really relaxing days.
Once
I'm back
nice.
to a more like normal schedule, those days are gonna be a lot better.
Well, you're gonna start.
I'm just gonna want to get.
You're gonna start work again.
Yeah. So I'm going to, be back in office
soon.
Monday through Friday. Damn. Remote work was really nice.
Yeah.
It's so nice just being able to be like, well, it's 3 o'clock. Let's go for a workout.
I bet that's going to be a bitch getting back in.
Oh, it's going to suck.
I think you'll adapt easy.
Back to 6 o'clock lifts and stuff like that.
Not
again,
that I don't love Mondays, but man, like you go into the day pumped because you're like, fuck yeah, the work week. And then by like Wednesday, I'm like, all right, we're almost there.
Yeah. Hump day, baby.
Not that I like, because I do
go
really
fast when you have a full in-person schedule.
It's crazy,
like
dude. Time flies, bro.
Just
the
fly
past
by.
2 years of my life have been just fucking snaps of a finger.
Yeah, I remember at Orkin, I would be like, holy shit, seasons are just gone. Like it would be like.
I feel like the older you get, the more
it just goes. It just goes quicker, dude. In school, it felt like when you're a kid, I feel like it feels forever.
Took forever, sometimes. Yeah. Well, because all you would do is go to school and just enjoy life. Now you have so much from the start to the end of your day.
Yep.
Do you think if you could go back to high school now, you would like your attitude would be just so different? Like if you could just like wake up and morph back into your 15-year-old self,
probably. Yeah.
With the mindset that you have now.
Yeah.
High school.
I would have a totally different mindset.
I would have had a lot more fun. Yeah. I would have done more dumb shit for sure.
High school,
me too.
No.
More dumb shit.
Me too, yeah, for sure. Because you realize that high school really
doesn't matter for fucking shit. I don't care what anyone says.
So seriously, and I did too. But I had a more understanding of just like
I would have done way more.
This isn't gonna really affect me outside. Like,
dude, you're the pressure you put on yourself at that age of like not getting into the right college. You're like, dude, I'm gonna be a burnout.
I took a gap year and do a bodybuilding show.
That's your anxiety. I was just fucking around.
I don't know, man. I guess I don't know. Maybe it's because it's like a small town mindset that you're gonna get stuck there. I guess I don't know. That was kind of like my panic. Is like if I don't do well, I'm gonna be here.
All I focused on was just graduating.
I didn't care.
Yeah,
that's all I cared about.
All right, as long as I can like pass to graduate, I'm good.
I still didn't feel the weight of grades until college, and then all of a sudden you're like, damn, we're paying for this pretty heavily.
Yeah.
And then you see like a D or an F, and I'm like, oh fuck, I did. That doesn't feel very good.
For fucking D.
The first time I had to re-sign up for a class that I failed. I didn't get a good enough grade.
Freshman year, I had like 2 of them, and I was like, ooh, doesn't feel good.
My dad sent me a screenshot of the purchase item to put the class in my schedule for the first time, and I was like, damn, that's what I had to pay to take that again?
Yeah.
I was like, that hurts.
How much?
It was like $1,000 or $2,000.
Yeah, you pay a lot for class.
It's not cheap, bro. You're like sitting there, and you're like,
I got put on.
You're like, my bad, dog.
I got put on, I got put on academic probation my first semester because
sophomore year.
I got my first semester because all of a sudden my buddy one day was like in our dorm room the whole day, and I was like, how did you not go to class today? He's like, you don't have to go to class. He's like, if you want to need a day, it's not like anybody does attendance.
They got your money. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, so it's all up to you. As long as you show up on test days and stuff like that, you can do that.
A lot of mine had attendance for grading.
Really? None of mine really did.
That kind of makes sense though, because high school teachers
teachers
would always preach, college professors aren't going to hold your hand. Yeah, no fucking shit, because they got all your money. Like, they don't need. Like, you got paid. Like
they're getting paid.
It's your decision whether you want to follow the.
Yeah. But when I figured that out, it was the devil.
Yeah.
Because I stayed home one day. I was like, "You want to play 2K?" And we played 2K all day.
Yeah.
And then we went and got a workout, and then came back and played more 2K, and then we started drinking and went out that night. I was like, we can just do this. We don't have to go to class. And then all of a sudden, I just stopped going to class. Like I would go.
What was the longest stretch you've went without going to class?
I would go every other day. But
I did 3 weeks sophomore year.
Oh my! You didn't go to a class for
for 3 weeks.
Oh my god! I would feel bad enough that I would go like the next day to 1, but then I would skip the whole rest of the day.
The ones that I knew didn't require attendance, I was just like, fuck it. And then the one that did require attendance, I was like, this might be rough.
Dude,
that's hilarious.
I had like a 1.2 that semester.
I got really bad at one point when my buddy texted me and he goes, "Bro, are you coming to class?" I was like, no, why? He goes, we started our final exam.
Oh, that's the worst, dude.
no.
That's the worst
Or
feeling
it was
in
like
the whole
midterm
world,
exam.
bro.
Yeah, because it was midterm.
Your whole
And-
stomach sinks to your
and
ass. You're like,
I was like,
fucked
what?
up.
I thought that was next week. And he goes, no, it's today, bro. He's like, why would you skip today? And I was like, I was literally sitting at home just playing video games like, fuck. And then I emailed the teacher and she's like, no, you missed it. And so
So you got a 0?
I got it. So I would have had like to pass the class. I had to get 100% on everything from then on out because that was like the midterm was a heavy weighted grade, and I was like, oh my god.
So you had to like
I had to do every
assignments
extra
and
credit
shit.
opportunity
Yeah.
because sometimes they would have like go read these articles and write a 3-page paper for some extra credit. I had to do it all just to survive that because I was like, you fucked up.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All you had to do was take a.
But then when I came back because I took some time off college because I was like, I don't know what I want to do anymore.
Yeah.
Took a year off, and then when I came back, the mindset was so changed because I worked construction that whole year off, and it was terrible.
Yeah.
Made so much money,
matured
but
on
I
a
was
different
fucking
level.
working so hard. I was
Like,
like,
I don't
I
wanna do
can't
this.
do this.
Yeah.
I was like, if I drop out of college and this is my only option, I can't do this.
No, not for 30 years.
Yeah, not for 30 years. And so then I went back to college, and I was averaging like a 4.0 then because I was like,
I don't want that.
I had my glasses on in every class with my computer, like, yes, sir. Like, I will not go back out there.
Nah, dude, yeah,
Gives them an
it's
apple every morning.
Nah, dude, it's
Yeah,
it's
suck some dick of those teachers. Yeah.
It's a humble train, dude. You kind of, you get that reality check. I had like the exact same scenario happen.
Yeah.
Like in terms of the job that you got when you were just like
sophomore
"Oh,
year,
fuck
that
this."
was the year I was skipping class all the time, and I was kind of like, I don't really know what I want to do because I went from like theater to undeclared, and then sophomore year I did marketing because I had a job the year prior, and a teacher was like, you should go into sales, so I was like, all right, I'll do marketing or whatever. And the classes required you to do like some basic level like accounting and shit like that if you're gonna go into the business field, and I was like, this fucking like blows.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to do this at all. And
Dude,
then
accounting makes great money though.
I know, but I was like, I don't, like sophomore year, I was like, fuck this. So then I was like, I don't really know what I want to do. And then I was like, this is expensive. I'm not going back. And my dad was like, all right, well, I'll make a deal with you. He's like, I get to pick your job for the summer. He's like, just 90 days. He's like, and if you don't quit or get fired, he's like, you can drop out of college and you can move home and you can do whatever you want.
Probably picked the hardest job.
And dude, I was like, all right, pick a gig. And then he called through one of those agencies where if you have like felonies or like criminal
Staff
charges,
up, like staff.
yeah.
one,
So they just shoot you in whatever job is available as fast as possible.
Yep.
And the worst jobs are always available. So they sent me to this fucking warehouse where I had to start off. I had to like power wash and paint these massive ovens that they would send in like used Harley Davidson parts, and they would throw them in these ovens, and like the heat would somehow like get whatever garbage off. They'd dunk them in this hot water and spray them back up, whatever. And I had to go in there, and I wore a t-shirt and shorts because during the interview I'm like, this place is fucking hot and humid, like it's humid in there. And they were like, yeah, no, so you have to have a long sleeve and jeans, steel toes, gloves, and a hard hat. And then you had to wear this like head cover because like if that water would spray off the oven and hit you, it's like sizzling fucking hot. So you're not only in a hot room, but then you're spraying this thing, so all this humidity and this like hot air is coming back at you. And then I'd have to paint it.
Yeah.
So I'm just like dripping balls by like 9 a.m. starting at like 5, like, and I mean soaked, like Nick sweating style in the gym after like 4 hours. Lunch was like 15 minutes, and they were like up your ass about being like if you were 5 minutes over, a dude would walk in like, hey, come on, get your ass out there, and you'd be like, fuck, all right, fuck. Like I'd sneak away to take a shit, and after the first week, they're like, we're not putting up with that whole you go sitting in there for 15 minutes at a time thing.
And
I was
all
like,
you had
fuck.
ever worked probably before that was part-time jobs, so you never worked like a
real
60-hour
job,
week too.
Yeah.
I had full-time job. I had
Like in
full-time summer
summers,
gigs.
yeah,
I
but
had
like,
full-time summer gigs.
But like those were different because like when I did construction, so I started working for a concrete company, and we would build buildings. So one of our tasks was building the new dorms on campus, which was cool because then I got to see the people.
Yeah.
But it was so hard. I mean, you get there at like 5 a.m. I'd have to ride my bike half the time because my truck was never working. Ride my bike there at like 5 a.m. Bring a little lunch. Stop at Quick Trip. Grab 2 muffins and a chocolate
Always
milk.
stop at Quick Trip.
Yep,
Always
and then
stop
you
at
would-
If
Quick
you
Trip.
have one on the way.
Yeah.
We would work until like 7 at night, and then they'd be like, well, we're not on pace, so mandatory Saturdays.
Oh,
And you'd
fuck
be like,
that,
I
dude.
thought this was like 8 to 5, and like we'd be
Yeah.
on the weekends you had off. No, like they would just be like mandatory Saturdays, and you would just be like, Like, I guess I'm not hanging out with the boys, not doing anything fun.
Oh, dude.
I found myself going to the bars on like Tuesday nights with some of the construction workers, and I would be like,
because that's what you do to take the stress off.
And I would drink, and I would wake up the next day hungover. But then the first half of the day would fly by because you're so fucking hungover, and then you'd be like, all right, well, it wasn't that bad. Yeah,
it would only weirdly made it not as bad.
Now I get how alcoholics do it, because after work you go pound some beers and you actually smile for a little bit.
You're calm. Because your body, dude, it's just so beat. Yeah, dude, it makes sense.
It's crazy how those type of jobs, like,
they make you want to get fucked up.
Yeah, like they push you to that brink.
Some people are just built for it though. My buddy loves
some
it.
People, yeah,
he just he's like, we're framing a new Taco Bell this weekend, and then we're doing this and this and this, and I'm like, oh my god. And he's like, yeah, it's 110 degrees out every day.
Dude, I see like these roofers working on roofs in like jeans and long sleeves, hoods and everything, and it'll be like 90, 100 degrees. Yep. So I'm just like, dog, what are you guys doing?
Dude, Sam will explain some of his days to me, and I'm just like, that sounds
what
like
does he do?
Fucking hell. He does construction.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah. Dude, you ever seen him? He's fucking tanner.
I was
than
gonna
shit,
say he looks like an outside worker.
He's like a cherry midsummer because the dude's always outside.
Yeah. I give those guys props too to work out, because like when I used to work out after construction, dude, I would get in there and I'd have no strength.
Yeah.
Like I'd hit 225 for 10 on a normal day, and then on construction days hit it for like 2 reps, because I would be like
crazy pre-workout.
He said the physical labor helps in the regards that like he's hungry all the time, but he said the only thing that's a bitch is like they are tight on their asses about like eating and stuff like that while being on the job.
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, because
you get lunch. Everyone just gets lunch. You know.
I would get so mad though. I'd get into huge arguments with my foreman, because I would be like, well, this dude takes 10 cigarette breaks a day.
Yeah.
That's always
why
the
don't
argument.
I get a 15-minute break? So then he started giving us 15-minute quarter-way breaks.
That's how it should be.
Quarter way to lunch and quarter way to end of day.
One for like a 10, 12-hour shift.
Because I was like, I work all day and I don't smoke cigarettes, but these guys get to go smoke cigarettes off like by the fence. Yeah, yeah, dude. Or I can't run a quick trip for a second time. That's usually what it was.
Oh, dude, best physical labor job I ever had was I did what year was that? Was that junior or senior year of high school? I did what do you call that? Detailing on like massive like tractors for John Deere and like combines.
Oh, nice.
They like I would work
just
in
scrubbing those
tractors.
tractors.
Oh, dude, because there was 2 buildings, right? So they actually had the guys actually working on like the tractors and shit like that, and all the lawnmowers and all that stuff. And then they had a specific separate warehouse for detailing and cleaning. So it was just me and this other kid who was huge into football.
Yeah.
And like we'd get in there, and the owner that was actually his kid who would work in the detailing spot with me, we joked about putting a TV up in the garage like week 1 so we could watch ESPN. And he'd like 3 days later, he's got like a 70-inch flat screen in there. And then we joked about how like we had to walk over to the other building to get coffee. Brought us like a fucking coffee maker the next day.
Yeah.
It was just so laid back. We would just play like laid back music, full volume on the speakers.
Yeah.
And just fucking clean them and work at your own pace. You just knew that like whatever was in there had to be done by the time you left.
That's nice.
So you could you know what I mean? Like if you wanted to lollygag a little bit in the morning, then just go hard in the second half, you could.
Damn.
That was the best job ever.
The construction company I worked for, when we finished our job that summer, they were like, well, we don't really have much for you guys because you don't have specialty work, because we weren't specialists. So he was like, I'm going to have you go out to our warehouse out in like this town north of our college. And up there was something called Tiki Beach, which is where in the summer all the college kids would hang out and be in the, just be partying. And so all the girls and all the guys would be there just hanging out on this beach in swimsuits, just chilling, partying. And we got placed in the warehouse across the street. So then we would just be like, we'd get some of our work done that morning. Then we'd just go over there and hang out and be like hanging with all the college kids and stuff. So that was the best summer, because then we got to actually have fun.
Yeah, just drink.
And then we would just report to the boss at the end of the day. We'd be like, yeah, got this put away, got this managed, sorted this out. And he'd be like, good work, boys. Reality.
You realize how much work doesn't get done from people on certain things.
Right, dude. I mean, especially if you can make something look hard, but it's not. That's the best.
No, I used to work at a mattress factory, and there would be times where we would have
mattress factory.
We would have to it would be like for Steinhoffels or like I don't know, like big furniture stores. It wasn't like for one specific company. It was for like all mattress firms. But there would be like semis that we would have to load for like king size beds, and it would be like a full truck. And I tried to make that shit look so easy, because those beds are fucking heavy.
Yeah.
King size beds are huge.
Yeah, they're huge.
And you'd have to like stack a full semi with them. So I'm just
Holy
like,
shit.
I'm just like, okay, if I can get this
It's a
done,
lot of mattresses.
if I can get this done as fast as I can, the boss is just gonna be like, oh shit.
But what you realize is if you get it done as fast as you can, then they're gonna expect you to do 2 more truckloads.
That's what would happen.
That's what you start to find out as you get older in workforces. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna kill this, and then your boss finds out you're killing it, and they're like, you have potential for management one day if you keep that up, and you're like, yeah,
yeah, I'm
and
so
then you
excited.
find out everybody's doing way less work from you, or than you, and they're not getting in trouble at all. And
My
like,
attitude would be terrible though.
Oh, I'm sure.
I would give the boss lip all the time.
Really?
Zach goes, no, I'm not doing that.
We would just be super passive aggressive to each other because dude is fucking.
What's your guys' weirdest job that you've worked,
Weirdest?
or like most odd, or
I wouldn't say it's odd, but I feel like it was definitely like I feel like that portion of my life wasn't real. I was working a third shift job at like some. I don't even know what the fuck kind of parts we were making, but we were making parts for I think like semis or something.
Oh, nice.
And
some good manufacturing.
It would be at like 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. And I think I only did it for like 4 or 5 months because after that I was just like, fuck it, dude. I'm just gonna coach full time because my sleep schedule had to get to the point where it was just like I was sleeping until like 3 o'clock, and then I would train from like 4 to 6, and then I'd have to go to work again.
The hard part about a night shift is like planning out your sleep schedule. Yeah, because you really got to hold yourself accountable to like 8 hours, otherwise you could sleep all day.
It was crazy though. I feel like that part of my life didn't even like exist. It was just like a dream. It could happen so quick. I was just like, what the fuck?
Fucking hate. Dude, like that's the only thing I say. I will say that. That's the reason I love being an adult so much more than a kid, which would probably throw people off. Is just, dude, those summer fucking jobs in small towns are just ass, bro.
Yeah.
They're ass.
Just
like,
ass.
like, dude, everyone like. It was weird because even though, like, I don't know, like,
why don't you stay in your college town?
Oh, I meant like during high school, dude. High school summer gigs were the fucking worst. In college, junior and senior year, I worked for.
I stayed up there.
I worked for the main leasing company, and I just did like house cleaning and shit. Yeah. Where we would go with like the shop vacs, the sprays, and all that, and I would just fucking. That's when I got into podcasts. Yeah. Because you could just throw your AirPods in or headphones and just fucking clean all day long, but you'd knock out like 2 to 3 podcasts.
Yeah. You should have. Well, I guess you ended up doing it. I was gonna say, I figured out instead of doing manual labor, you could just go be a bartender and make the same amount.
I worked at a gas station. I worked at a liquor store that had a drive-through.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
Okay, so it was. We had a Casey's.
Is that white
Whitewater.
trash? Is that white trash?
Yeah, no, dude, it was. Dude, people loved it though. Dude, I'll tell you this: if I ever owned a liquor store, having a drive-through is a fucking genius idea.
Have a menu.
Dude, we had cars on Thursday. It was clutch because I got my other roommate a job. So like one of us would work the store register and the other one would work the drive-through window.
That's always
and it was
the blast
popping.
When you have a buddy that works
oh yeah, and we were roommates, so it was because he was like, "How much is it paying for a college job?" It was like $18.50 an hour.
Nice.
So nice pay for a college gig. And I'm like, yeah, all you got to do is literally just go retrieve alcohol, scan the IDs. Because, like, I told him, don't even, like, waste your time looking at them to take the risk. Just scan every single one.
Well, yeah. Why would you risk it?
Dude, you'd be surprised at how many people the guy told me when he hired me lost their job of people just being like, all right, yeah, you're good. And then it's like, because, dude, Whitewater would send kids underage all the time to test.
When I was a bartender,
and if you do it, you're done. You lose your job automatically. You're done.
Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah,
I let so many underages into our bar at one point, and then our Wednesday night bartender girl got raided, and she got fired. And I was like, that can happen? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, oh. From then, luckily, someone else got it before I did. So then I knew from then on, I was like, all right, I gotta be checking these because whole shit.
Yeah, dude, fuck that.
And she got the fine.
You get a ticket with it.
How much is the ticket?
I forgot what it was, but it was a couple $100, and I was like, ooh, I don't have that kind of money.
I think it was like
that's like a whole night of tips I gotta give up.
Yeah, it was like $300-400, I think. So, or it could be more, but no, dude, that's not worth it. I had a sales rep job at GNC. That was fun.
That was so fun.
I did assistant management for them.
Landslide.
Which one did you work? I worked at the mall.
The one at the Cold Stone.
I can't believe you both did. That's hilarious.
It was so fun, dude.
That was one thing I never.
I killed it, dude. I made good money there. Where like I had a really really good boss at the time. He was like the first dude to ever like. That was the first person to ever teach me about sales, and he was a really good like performer. Like, dude, he was the GNC guy that had the Dodge Challenger out front.
Oh my god!
With like he was like a Hawaiian dude, and he was like powerlifting strong, but not aesthetically good at all.
That's usually how they are at
just
GNC.
A dude that just wears a super tight polo. But dude, he was so fucking confident and good at talking to people. He could like sell the shit out of products, and I was like, all right, dude, I was making like $24-25 an hour. Because it was like, what, $8.50 an hour and then commission? Oh, dude, I sold test boosters like a motherfucker.
Test boosters for sure, yeah. Get the highest selling thing.
Dude, when Beyond Raw came out, I sold that whole line like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that was a great line.
That's all I would sell. I would sell like 4 supplements.
The gummy worm pre-workout when that came out was like the hottest thing.
You
got
to get the BCAAs. You got to get the Beyond Lit.
The Whey Isolate, dude. The Mass Gainer, yeah.
Get the full stack.
Oh, dude, you could convince someone $500 and be like, bro, if you just do this in 3 months, you'll be crazy.
That's the funny part is because like you go in there and you're like, I kind of know what I want, and then if you have a good GNC rep, you always walk out like, damn, I spent way too much money, but that guy was really nice, and really knowledgeable.
I'm gonna get jacked now.
And then your dad's like, why do you have all this shit? And you're like, well, this one he said is gonna help me.
You should have seen him. He was huge.
Yeah, he was huge. He said he takes it. Yeah, that's
such
exactly
an easy
right.
gig. You literally just have to ask them questions because all the other people would just like work with me, or like I remember I had to coach up a girl one time. And she didn't ask any questions. I'd be, dude, all you have to do is ask them about themselves and let them talk, and you can just walk from it from there.
Right. And they, most people don't really know what they're talking about. It's just something they heard. So they're like, does this really help? And you're like, yeah, absolutely it does.
That's when I learned about supplements, though. I remember he made me, I remember the first week we went around and he was like, do you know what all these things are? And I'm like, I have no idea what a lot of chunks of these things are. Because there were so many things at GNC. And he's like, all right, every single weekend we're going to do a quiz. And he would quiz me on like 25 different products and like what they do with like 2 to 3 benefits.
You got to be the knowledge.
It was a great GM. Yeah. He was a great GM, dude. It was a great boss. Learned a lot about
not your best boss.
No. We killed it.
Best boss.
Not your best boss.
Who's your best boss?
I've had some good bosses.
Me.
Mine, me.
I had a weird job where I worked at a book making company.
Oh.
Bookmaking company?
Yeah, but it was
that probably
cool.
smelled so good.
It was at times.
It's a great thought process.
But it was rapid fire. That place was moving and grooving.
Really?
Yeah, because if you were on a machine that was just spitting them out and you're like boxing them, and then you got to put the box on the pallet, then you got to get back before the box is like overwhelmed, and some dude's just sending them through, and you're just like, I can't keep up. And he's like, well, you gotta.
I would hate like an assembly line style like that.
That's exactly
that would
how
drive
it was.
me nuts.
But it was cool because we would get books before they got released. So like Marvel, when they were doing
I'd be slipping them in my pocket.
I think it was like Age of Ultron, the Age of Ultron picture book that goes along with the
so
movie.
Cool.
Dropped, and the movie was still 2 weeks out, and I was like, boys, I know some things that are gonna happen, and they're like, don't spoil it. I'm like, okay, and then I definitely would.
Such an underrated movie.
Such a good fucking film.
Yeah.
They need to bring him back.
Ultron?
I hope they do.
I don't know how.
Didn't he touch kids or something?
Ultron?
Wasn't that guy?
No,
that guy didn't do anything. Did
No,
he's a robot.
He's still acting.
Is he?
The guy that plays Ultron?
No,
Yeah.
you know who I'm
Robert
thinking?
California.
I'm thinking of who's
I love how I use the fucking the office name.
Yeah, right. I don't know his actual name. I was thinking of that other dude that they just did a documentary on. But anyways,
Brett Favre?
Did he?
Yeah, Brett Favre,
Brett Favre.
dirtbag. That's something to learn.
What did he used to do? He used to leave people with a check.
Massive
Yeah.
checks, sexually harass women.
That's
my dad's one of my dad's story, and it's funny that it's coming out that you hear like more. He was doing it to everybody. My dad was like, yeah, he's a cheapskate. I met him out at a bar with like his brother, and it was Brett and Mark Chimura, and then they left him with the bill. They were like, you guys can pay for it. And my dad was like, you're a millionaire. I'm just a fucking blue collar worker. Why am I paying for your drinks?
Yeah, I'm a football player.
Yeah, but that's how they would do it. They would just go into restaurants, rack up bills, and dip.
That's fucked.
But then, you find out he was scandaling all that money. And Mark Chimura got in trouble for sitting in a hot tub with underage ladies. You don't think Brett Favre's best friend knew about that? Was maybe involved in it too?
Yeah, he definitely
Dude, that's
was.
fucking wild.
Probably just left. He didn't want to be in the picture.
Mark's huge, though.
Yeah, it's tough to learn that. He wasn't my hero growing up. I knew him.
Ours was Aaron. We had a good one.
We had a great
To me,
example.
like, he was the villain.
Every time
because
Aaron
when
was
I started getting into football, he was already on, like, the Jets
Vikings.
or Vikings.
Yeah, that's when I knew about him.
And that's when everyone hated him. So I'm just like, all right, like, we don't like that guy.
Yeah, I feel more of an emotional attachment to Aaron Rodgers
Way more.
for sure.
Fuck Brett Favre.
Like I watch Aaron Rodgers
He
things.
stayed longer.
Yeah,
Way longer.
that and
only by a year.
he was
Really?
like the year that imprinted on us. Like we were young. Aaron Rodgers was the new quarterback.
He won a Super Bowl
And then
when
he
I was
grew.
watching football. Like,
Dude, I sent Bill a video, and it was just like all of the Hall of Fame quarterbacks that we grew up with, and it's like sad music, and it's like there's only one left, and then it was these highlights of Aaron, and I was like, fuck.
You sent that. He sent that to both of us, or you
Yeah.
sent it to me. I watched it too.
Yeah, you get
And
sad. You're
Aaron,
like, oh,
Aaron was
dude.
like, "What's that?" And I was like, "Something." It was like nothing. Something sad.
Dude, it's like tear jerking. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
like, fuck, that's your childhood hero.
Yep, they're all gone. It's Aaron Rodgers, the last one left.
God, that's.
I hope he gets one more run at it. I just don't think it's gonna
I
happen.
think it'll happen. I think
He won't.
you guys don't have any faith in him.
I don't have any faith in the
kinda
Jets. I don't. It's not that I don't have faith in Aaron.
You don't
I
even know what he's capable of.
He got fucking a
Who
torn
cares?
Achilles on the
Who
third play
cares,
of
dude?
last
Freak
season.
shit happens. Freak shit happens.
I will say that.
All four
but-
of those plays, he was.
What if he would have went
rushed, too.
off that game?
He was rushed on all four
But he
plays.
didn't. That's the thing, dude.
Okay,
We're
'cause the
talking
line was-
hypothetical.
The line was trash. It
Yeah.
wasn't
They're
like he
still
couldn't make
not that
plays.
great. They're
Click the
still
top
not
10.
that great.
Let's just look at the top 10. We're gonna watch top 10 Aaron Rodgers throws real quick.
Everyone's
Let's
like,
see how good we are at commentating, Lance.
And some people think that's strange. The thing
See
is,
if we
though,
can be a
therapists are
commentator.
human beings, just
Aaron Rodgers walks in. Jordan Love standing next to him. The young blood.
Jesus, what are you
What are
doing?
you doing?
I don't know, just-
Turn the volume down.
I'm trying.
I got it.
You're blind.
I got volume. Aaron drops back. Looks right. Looks left. Escapes traffic. Oh my God. You're not watching your boy.
Hold on. I feel like that's so loud.
Well, you gotta have the mics pick it up too.
Oh,
Otherwise, no one knows what we're watching.
no.
Oh my God,
way,
he got,
dude.
he got clipped there.
Yeah.
Watch the throw though.
We
How
gotta
does he
cut-
get
That's
that far?
crazy.
We
We got a
gotta-
touchdown.
We can't watch all these.
Yeah,
No.
no.
We're gonna lose
One
these
more. One more. One
We're
more.
gonna lose.
One more.
Oh, this is a good
Against
one.
the Cardinals.
This is a big
Rolls
one.
out.
Big one right here. Watch him
Fucking
throw this.
slings it
Boom.
on a line.
Dart.
50
How do you throw the
yards.
ball? That's at the fucking 35.
Yeah.
He could just make
Was
make
that
plays.
Who was that? That was fuck. Who was that guy that just caught it?
Jeff Janis.
Jeff Janis.
He made the touchdown catch too.
He made 2 big catches there.
I forgot about young Janis. Oh, there's Nick. Speaking of,
Hey, Nick.
look how tan he looks in that brown sweater. Everything matches. Okay,
Shit. Can we get
so
our snacks?
yeah, I guess
Yeah,
40
36
minutes.
minutes in.
Yeah, we can do that.
Damn it, dude. Get that fucking
So we're going back to our prime bites, the best one. Pass these down.
fucking driving me nuts. I keep bumping into your camera stick.
Mic
What do we
stick.
got here?
All right, I
Alright.
got the
Ooh.
snacks today. The new flavor of
This is new?
Prime Bites brownie
Yeah.
is I don't even know with peanut butter candy crunch.
Okay.
I think you guys are gonna like this.
Yeah.
Frosting.
They said they're all going frosting now.
That's such a good idea.
Oh, wow.
What we got?
That's crunchy frosting.
Damn.
Mine's like thick frosting. I got some frosting on there.
I kind of got gypped on the frosting.
It's good texture, but
Yeah.
You don't sound very enthused.
7.9.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think it needs more of?
A better flavor. It tastes too proteiny.
It needs more peanut butter in it.
I was gonna say I think it needs more peanut butter.
Texture-wise, it's great.
Uh-huh.
The
It-
texture is what's winning me over.
That's why it's getting up there.
I think I'm gonna go 8.2.
That's fair.
I'm gonna join you at 7.9.
I'll definitely go 8.2 for sure.
Yeah, no, not bad at all.
Yeah, 19 grams of protein, 250 calories, 13 grams of fat, 22 grams of carbs.
You get a better flavor, that's a dangerous treat.
Yeah,
All right. I wanted to try the banana split one.
that was a 2-minute snack segment. Not even.
I feel like they don't take us that long.
Oh,
We literally eat for like a minute.
we just plow the
We
food.
just rate them, and then that's pretty much it.
Okay, Prime Bites protein brownie. Was it peanut butter?
Ooh.
20 grams of protein almost. So
Good.
Let's get into it. I
Good.
got one.
Not great.
what are we getting into right now?
I feel like this is going to be a fun one. So me and Zach were going on a walk the other day,
Yeah.
and we saw a white trash fight happen right before our eyes in West Dallas.
We did.
And it was right at a skateboarding park. And a skateboard was involved in the physical assault. So I'd like to bring up the topic. Is skateboarding a white trash hobby?
If for casual skateboarders, yes. If you're like really good, no.
I'm still gonna go white
If you're
trash.
like Tony Hawk,
But that's
Some of those really good ones on
Tony Hawk's the only one people know of.
that is true.
Who the fuck else do we know?
No.
You guys know any other skateboarders?
Sheckler, wasn't he one?
Jesus Christ.
I have no idea.
I can't
Rob
confirm
Beerdeck.
that.
Jesus, are you white trash?
White trash. White trash. I feel like skateboarding means you wear like the monster cookie snapback with the DC shoes kind of vibe. That's what I get from it.
I was never good at it. I never could do it.
The bell bottom pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The jeans at the bottom where they've clearly just
I
been
feel like
getting
it's
stepped
sick when
over
they're-
and over and over and over.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
sick when people are really good at it, though.
If you're really good
Oh,
at
yeah,
it,
cool.
But yeah,
It's still if you're just some
That's what I'm
average
saying.
goer at the park. I
That's
feel
what I'm
like
saying
it's
for
white
like the
trash
general population, it's pretty white trash.
That
There's apparently a sick
that
indoor
fight
place
was
here.
that fight just gave us a white trash
White
like,
trash feel
vibe
to the max.
from
A
the-
bunch of
'cause
skinny
it happened
dudes.
literally right by the skate park. So we like
Right by it,
All
with
right, we know where
skateboards
this
in
is
hand.
coming from. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you guys have skateboards. Clearly, we know where you're coming from.
Dude, I used to love going in there with rollerblades.
Rollerblades. I feel like
Like, what's up, losers?
are rollerblades harder than
No.
roller skates?
Rollerblading is a
rollerblades are
good
easier.
time. I just would never do it unless
hate
it's
it.
on a roller rink.
I'll rip my ankle on that.
Is it a quad? Like a
Oh,
quad?
your legs
No,
will
you
be
do
fucked
inline.
the next day
Yeah.
if you do a roller rink.
Okay.
It's fun though. It's a good time.
Dude,
It looks fun.
my sister fucking snapped her.
You can get fucking hurt
shin bone.
quick though.
Yeah, if
My
you
sister
miss-
snapped her shin bone. Her
Oh,
fucking.
You're on wheels.
My dad.
No.
My
There's
dad
no
and I
balance.
were there, and he was like,
Stop.
"Shit."
It's so hard because it's like you can't really stop on those either.
I was good at it as a kid, but I was also good at ice skating, so I feel like that's
course
why I
you were.
don't feel. Well, it's just balance.
You weren't meant for the north.
It's
Dude,
balance.
ice skating's hard.
I was good at that.
Ice
Yeah,
skating's
but
I
I'm
like
just
playing
saying,
hockey with buddies and stuff like that, so
I
it was a
guess,
good time.
yeah.
How do you blade without like picking up your feet? Because that's my problem.
What do you mean?
Like I'll have the habit to run instead of like.
Well, you
skate.
can't. You gotta like kind
You're
of glide
pushing,
into
yeah.
it. Yeah, you push into it. It's like you have to almost like feel the tempo.
The hardest
as you're
part I
going.
feel like is being able to pick up speed when starting from like just standing.
Well, that's why it's so impressive when you see like a hockey player just
They
like
just
go
get
from
going
pause
right
to
away.
just full
Yeah,
throttle
that's-
down.
yeah.
But then you'll
Yeah.
notice once they catch that speed, they're just gliding. They're letting that momentum take them.
The fact that they can do it backwards is nuts.
And at
That's
full
impressive.
throttle and
That's
hit a
I
puck
can't-
at 100 miles an hour and
Right.
catch it.
Yeah, just
It's the most difficult sport.
Do
yeah,
you guys remember when that guy got his throat slashed?
Yeah.
yeah, nuts.
Rough.
That was fucking rough. That's what I like. Fear of getting stabbed with those things.
You won't.
So our
Something seriously bad would have
consensus
to
is
happen.
white trash.
White
Yeah.
trash.
I think
Alright.
so.
One of the topics I had was they found in 10 out of 10 pairs of testicles or whatever it was, they found microplastics in every pair that they examined, and now it's like their leading thought process towards sperm counts declining because there's all this plastic in your testicles.
I will say I actually
Microplastics.
am getting worse now because since I saw that
Stop
study,
eating out of containers.
I went and got more
can't help
plastic containers. I've been doing glass only, and then I saw that, and I'm like, well, if we all have it.
No, you should try to limit plastic as much as
I
possible.
think
I
I'm
eat-
gonna get some glass.
I have a
ones.
bunch of Target's got some
You
great
should-
glass
You
ones.
should move away from all
'Cause
plastic.
all I
'cause-
eat in amount is plastic.
Yeah,
That gets rough.
that
like I've
microwave.
been doing
you-
that for like 5 years.
And
I
you
did that for,
microwave
like,
it too,
5
so
years,
it's like
yeah.
melting into the food almost a little bit every
yeah,
time.
but like 1 minute of that, you think it's gonna do anything?
Oh, yeah.
You're putting it in a nuke bomb too. You got to remember that. Like they say, if you hold like a radiation thing and you
Well,
stand
how am I
next to a
supposed to warm
microwave,
my food up? On a
you
stove?
microwave it.
No, use glass.
Just use glass and walk away.
Yeah, but what about the radiation
just
getting
crazy.
into your food though?
You can't control that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying though. But like, do we just?
I
like,
air fry a lot of my
Plastic
meals.
though.
That's I think air
I
frying
air
is
fry a
a
ton
much
of my shit.
healthier-
I joked. I was like, well, I guess I gotta eat out of more plastic. I don't want a baby.
Or
So-
paper. Paper plates. Paper
Pa-
plates.
I do paper
Mm,
plates all the time.
I think there's still like a plasticky coating on that.
I think
Ah,
they're
yeah,
right.
you're right. You're right.
No,
I
think
feel like
there
it's
is. I think
I
that's
feel
what
like
makes it like waterproof.
some of them. I feel like some of them are. Some of them have.
I get
that,
the good
like,
Dixie
hardness
ones,
to
so yeah,
them. Yeah,
But
So
those
they
are
definitely
dirty.
have plastic coating.
for
Yeah.
sure. But they're solid.
Okay.
No, I mean like they don't fold. Like the shitty paper plates like kind of like get like
they get really
poopy.
wet. And
Yeah,
then it's like,
dude. The
yeah.
Dixie
Yeah,
ones are
But
sturdy.
that's because they don't have the plastic coating.
Well, that's what makes it good.
I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have it.
I
then.
don't give a fuck.
Oh my god! So everybody, stop eating out of plastic, especially you men. That's
It's in your
that's-
bowels.
Your testicles are
Can't
not
change
loving
me.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just crazy. And
Zach goes home
it
and just
makes sense.
nukes a bomb in the microwave.
with all the declining test rates, everything they're putting in the food,
dude,
it
that's
makes
kinda
sense because
rough.
now you're getting all this plastic started when our
Gas rates
like,
are also people need to start fucking moving more. That's something. I mean, I get the poison and all that shit, but for fuck's sakes, dude, the
Damn, I've been
the
cooking my
youthfulness
rice
that
in my
doesn't move is
fucking-
rough.
I've been cooking my minute rice in like the
Oh,
microwave.
dude, stop
in the
doing minute
plastic.
rice. Just make a massive thing in
Yeah,
like a
just
rice. Get a rice cooker. What the
cooker.
fuck are you
I
doing?
need to get a rice cooker.
it's so nice.
You're into bodybuilding. And you don't have a rice cooker.
1 minute rice has been my thing.
That's
No,
crazy. You're
it shouldn't be your
spending
thing.
so much money.
And do you get like the
Dude, you can get a
dry?
25-pound bag for like $17.
Do you get the dry or do you get the
I ate it in the box.
you
So
go,
dry,
so you put
so dry,
water in
yeah,
it? Yeah, okay.
yeah.
It's better
Yeah.
than the ones where you get it in the plastic already pre-cooked and you just
Yeah, like
reheat it.
the orange bag ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those are not the best for you.
The
No,
Uncle
those
Ben
aren't good for you.
Spanish, I
Yeah.
lived on those.
I mean, when we were younger, yeah, I would live off that. But after I
A
realized
rice
that,
maker
it's
is the
not it.
best investment you'll ever make.
Yeah.
I need to get one.
Oh, speaking of, Aaron and I did our first summer cookout.
Yeah. Where the
Fucking-
fuck were we?
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
We were
It was date night. We were gonna go to dinner and we were like, you know what? Let's cook out. It's fucking nice out. Like, why go spend $80 at a restaurant and sit inside in the air conditioning when we can
Yeah.
cook out and enjoy a nice
I like
evening?
eating outside.
If
Yeah.
I had a backyard with a grill, I would.
Dude, it was. I made my good chicken. It was so moist. Corn, fuck,
Moist.
yeah, so moist.
You
Sweet
wrap the-
potato fries.
Do you wrap your corn in tinfoil or do you throw it
No,
right on the
right
grill?
on the grill. Get the grill
Okay,
marks on
Okay,
there.
I
Are you
like it.
sweet potato or
So I did sweet potatoes. Normally, I would probably rather have a potato, but I
Ooh,
like
a
the white
baked
potatoes.
potato.
I love baked potatoes.
we did
baby-
sweet potato
baby
fries
Reals.
though.
Huh?
Baby Rayos.
Yeah.
Baby,
Baby Ray's.
Baby Rayos.
why you say it? But yeah, cooking out, dude. Shout out to cooking out. I can't.
Shout out to
Well,
cooking.
didn't you say that it was kind of expensive though?
Yeah, dude. Oh, that's actually what I wanted to talk about. Yeah. So Aaron and I were like, let's save some money, right? Let's save some money and cook out. If I went out to dinner, I would assume that the final check's going to be like $80 to $100, right? Our fucking grocery bill for 2 sauces, 4 chicken breasts, corn, and some potatoes was $110.
How much chicken did you get?
4 chicken breasts. We got
That
That
but
was
we,
$100 for 4
Is it
items.
the organic shit?
talking
but we got
the
well we
really
went we
good
got
stuff?
like the nicer chicken breasts because
So,
if you're
yeah,
gonna
it's
grill
gonna be
out
a
you
little
want
more
like the nice ones, and so between that the sauce we did get eggs and
Eggs are expensive too.
dude, but it was $110. I was like, holy shit! Like eating out or eating at home was just as expensive as eating out. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It was
what it is,
annoying. I was like,
rough.
we're gonna save money and it's gonna feel better and everything, and then no, $110. I was like,
But at least you got to eat outside.
but I got to eat my own.
Damn,
fucking
you had to pay
backyard.
more and you had to make it yourself.
and I had to make it. I was like, oh my god! But I loved cooking out. It's just so fun.
Yeah, I
It's
love
a good
it.
time. I like
Especially
it.
when you got good timing and everything coming up right, and you're like, yeah.
If I'm going to a restaurant, I would honestly prefer to eat outside if it's nice outside.
Oh yeah, that's why I like Florida.
That's one of the top
I
things
always-
I look forward to of being a homeowner.
It's outside.
Being grilling. I want to
Oh,
get a
yeah.
Blackstone and I want to get like a big grill.
Yeah, my dad has the Blackstone, and I have to admit, watching him cook the other weekend on that, I was
My mom
I was doing the
did
classic.
It. Yeah, it's nuts.
I was doing the classic wingman chef where you're just standing behind him, arms crossed. Ah, that's a Blackstone, huh? How do you
Just
think it cooks?
legs
And my dad's just fucking
Dude, they're
scraping
so,
it.
it's so nice.
Yep.
My mom did like a breakfast thing, cracked like 20 eggs on one side, had hash browns going on the top
Oh,
corner,
nice.
bacon on the bottom right. And then she like cut it all up and just threw it together and just salt and peppered the whole fucking thing. And I was
Oh,
like,
that's fire.
bang.
I think breakfast for dinner is coming tonight.
Yeah, that might be a move. I might get some hash browns.
Some hashies and some eggs.
I get some hash browns.
Some
and the,
bacon.
and the Memorial Day weekend on a high note.
Red Rooster.
No, we got to go work out. Anyways, next thing I want to talk about, Ozempic South Park.
Oh my god.
Dark.
okay.
So
Dark take.
I know a lot of people
South Park
probably
really
aren't
was
like
like-
for South Park. For some
You
people
should
that,
watch
like,
it.
Just don't like it, but I love
feel like-
South Park.
I feel like most people who have
really
a sense
popular.
of humor like
It's really
South Park,
Really
though,
popular.
'cause-
I hope people like who aren't in it need to watch this though.
yeah, it was so good.
I got
It
an
was-
eye opening.
Everyone needs to watch.
Eye-opening.
The beginning though is dark. So they open with like real people using Ozempic, and
Yeah.
like it keeps flashing to like the red name of South Park, and it's like got this like ominous music, and I
You
was
feel
like,
uncomfortable.
It's like
I
a
was like-
intro to a horror movie.
it felt like a horror movie. I was like, oh my god, they hate Ozempic.
Yeah. Well, dude,
And
it's crazy.
well, they were shitting on it. It's just
Yeah.
like, look at it, dude. You're like, they want you to get fat and
The whole
diseased so that
episode
you
was-
can spend money. Like, yeah, you realize that pharmaceutical companies and hospitals
Ozempic is
all
getting
work together.
huge though.
Huge.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
My-
bitches like Oprah fucking support it.
Right.
The
Well,
whole episode was pretty much what was the song they were talking about? Gotta introvate the healthcare system or whatever.
Gotta navigate the American healthcare system.
Gotta navigate.
It's a bitch, bro. Like all of that because
20 appointments.
And I love how
Or you just got to get fat enough and then they'll write you a prescription.
like-
and they have a moment where they go into an insurance company and everything's all futuristic, but then the actual claims office is just an old dude typing on a typewriter, not even a real computer.
He's got a dial.
And it just
old-fashioned
is so
phone.
true to insurance these days. Is like these companies. I mean, even when I was working for one with Delta, like that facility is insane. You go in there and they're like, "Yeah, we're really proud of it."
Yeah.
And then you like look at where's the claims department? They're like, I don't know. we
Probably out back.
We just have sales everywhere.
They're just getting money to fucking do nothing.
Well, right, because
Do
I mean,
nothing.
insurance is all about prepping for the worst case scenario, hoping you never have to use it.
That's why I love my
But
That's
the
what insurance
prices,
is.
bro, are
But you'll
through
pay
the
$1,000
fucking
a year.
roof.
Yeah,
And they won't give you medication that you need until you have a disease.
right.
That's why it's so important to stay in shape and not be a fat
Dude,
fuck.
yeah.
oh,
dude.
so Aaron, like talking about like starting to get into that age where you need to get like what's the butt one?
Prostate exam.
Prostate exams. and then
Colonoscopy? Yeah.
Colonoscopy. And so she was like, I want to get one, but I really need to make sure insurance covers it. And I was like, why? She's like, there was just a horror story of a dude who had his insurance card. It says you can use outside network providers. He goes and gets the colonoscopy, and then he gets a $10,000 bill.
Oh my
And
god.
he was like, oh, insurance is covering that. And they're like, your insurance denied it. And he was like, what? It says right here. And then the insurance company was like, ooh, that's a misprint. Sorry.
What?
And then they were like, you have to cover it. And he's like, he took it to the news network here in Milwaukee because he's like, can someone like do a story on this and help me and get this like, get me some backup?
Livid.
But the insurance company was like, ooh, no.
Can't you sue them
we're
for
good.
like false?
They have so much money,
They
dude.
have- that's what I said. I was like, well, sue them. And Aaron's like, you think you can go up against lawyers of an insurance
fuck
company?
that.
Dude,
though. They
money
fucked up.
talks, bro. They could just
Money-
keep
yeah, they'll
extending
just
it.
bury you.
They'll wait till you bail out because you'll have to just keep paying and you'll lose.
Yeah.
That is fucked, dude.
Yep. You'll run out of money eventually, and then they'll just.
They know they
outlast
can
you.
just wait you out financially.
Yep.
They're like, we can push this. We've got time. We've got money. We
Yeah.
don't wait. We don't care. And you're sitting there like, fuck.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
All of that, bro.
But anyways, so the South Park
Stay healthy. Stay in the
South-
gym.
get in this shit early. Like,
South
get
Park
your blood work done.
was
Do all this
really
shit.
was really leaning into how insurance companies fuck you, and then Ozempic like is the. It's
It's
funny
the devil.
because like Nick and I went and got a treadmill with Zach, but the weekend before Zach didn't come with, and when we were there, he was like, "Yeah, I spent $5,000 on this treadmill. Wife walked down it one time, and he's like, nothing has been able to stick until she got on Ozempic, and now."
And she looked skinny. Like,
and he's
when
like,
we were there.
he's like, and then she was able to lose all her weight without actually having to work out, and she loves
looked
it.
like one of those.
And I was like, God damn, I hate that. That's like what people are looking for is the way to not work
yeah,
at all.
yeah.
She was like, I don't want to walk on a treadmill. He said he got her like a $10,000 elliptical before that. Didn't like it. Then he got a stair climber. Didn't like it.
Jesus.
And then he's like, no, she found Ozempic, and now I don't have to hear her bitch about how she's not in shape anymore. He's
Dude,
like, she
but
lost
she's
all the
unhealthy
weight.
as fuck.
Yeah, lost
hormonally.
all the weight, and then now just has Ozempic.
I wonder how it actually like
Question
makes
with
them
that.
lose all the weight.
It makes you sick. Like it makes you not hungry. So it basically just puts you in a spot where you're in a calorie deficit because you don't want to eat.
Yeah,
You get disgusted to eat, and then when you do eat, you feel sick.
that's gotta be.
So then it
terrible.
starts telling your brain like, "Oh, I don't want to eat because it makes me feel sick."
That's what Vyvanse did to me.
Right.
Really? I think Adderall had that effect on me too.
Stimulates the fuck out of you, dude. I'd put food in my mouth and I'd spit it out. I'd be like, I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
My stomach would be growling and you don't feel any of it.
Yeah.
You're like numb. You're like, if you just drink a coffee or have any
You're-
caffeine,
Yeah.
you're like, I don't need shit. You could give me 3 pieces of gum, a White Monster, and a Vyvanse, and I'm good from noon till fucking 7 p.m.
For me, when I was taking like Vyvanse or Adderall, it wasn't the fact that I got sick when I wanted to eat. I viewed eating as like a waste of time because my mind was
You didn't
like,
feel it.
that's so slow. Like that slows me down. I don't want to
Oh,
have to make
I don't
food.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to sit down and eat it. I was like, that's not like, because I get so into like what I'm working on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't take a break in this task to go eat. That sounds terrible. I'd rather just do this task. And then I would never eat.
I did, dude, the amount of weight isolate I went through the last 2 years of college on that drug was crazy.
That's the only thing you can get down.
Well, just
drink
in
it.
my head, because I remember, like, once we were starting to get more into nutrition, I was kind of sitting there and I was like, damn, so that's really why I'm not making the progress I want to make. Because I was working out all the time, but I was still new to it. So I was working out like 6-7 days a week, doing the cardio. I had abs, but I was always like, dude, I'm not really building a whole lot of muscle. And then I'm looking at my actual caloric intake for a week on MyFitnessPal for the first time. Like, I just tracked it, and I was like, dog, you aren't anywhere close to what you need to be eating. And then I, like, tried to eat it one day, and by the end of the day, I was, like, gagging on the food because I was like, I have no appetite for this shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I have to get 200 grams of protein in, like, I would just do, like, 2 scoops in the morning. I would go get, like, a fucking Core Power at, like, the cafeteria at, like, 2. And then I do 2 more scoops again at night, do, like, another scoop with some fruit.
Yeah.
Like, I was just going through powder.
I used to not know shit about calories, so I just always avoided them.
Yeah, just like any calorie is bad.
I would have my tracker, and I would see like 1900. I would be like, all right, you kept it pretty low, good job. Like
1900.
Yeah. In reality, you think you're like doing that to stay. I'd be like, I'll keep my 6-pack now, but in reality, you're just fucking eating away at your muscle. And I would always be like, why am I not getting
skinny
stronger?
as shit, bro.
I'm working so hard. Why am I not getting stronger?
I'm eating 1900 calories a day.
Yeah, so that's what I wish I could do. I wish I could go back in college and still like, I wouldn't take away the partying or the fun part because that was meant to happen. It was fun, but I wish I could do
I would have
all
taken
that.
more advantage of the food.
I wish I could do all that and have the bodybuilding mindset where I'm partying, but I'm also like still putting in some good work during the week. I would just party on the weekend and then not eat for like the first 3 days of the week because my stomach, or I felt like I overate on the weekend or something. And then you're doing like 900 calories a day in a full lift and a run and cardio, going to school.
Stronger,
and you still would stay in really good shape. So I wish I could have like gone back and now done it right. And I would have gotten on juice for sure. Yeah. all the baseball players were on it, and I was always like, "Fucking cheaters." And now I'm like, you were just a pussy, dude. You should have fucking asked him how to get it.
Yeah.
You would have gotten so much further.
Were you scared about it?
No, I just thought it was cheating. I was like, fucking pussies. I can do the same. I was stronger than them all, and they would all get on it, and their arms would blow. You could always tell, obviously. They would come in one day, and you'd be like, damn, when they get so big? Because they would just be so full already. They would come in and not even move a weight and already be pumped, and you'd be like, damn it, they're on again. But I would always be stronger than them, so I'd always be like, I can do it better without them. But in reality, you look 10 times worse, even though you are stronger. Yeah. Just because they added a little in, also now they have shoulder caps, and you're like, where's my shoulder caps? I got nothing. Because that's the one thing you see on natural dudes is small shoulders for sure.
You could always tell who was on it in Whitewater. Like when there was like the end of the year pool party. Yeah. All the jack dudes were like, there were stories about them taking like oral, so I assume D-ball.
Yep.
And all of them had fucking puff nips.
Yep.
All those dudes had puffy nips, and I'd be like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
I didn't understand what to look for. I just knew some people were on it and some people weren't.
I always saw like the fat and the nipple, and I was like, yeah.
Should we do some Q&A?
Yeah, do you have some?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm looking at the story right now. We got a lot.
All right. Well,
oh, shit. Yeah, light it up.
Not a lot. We have 4, but I mean.
That's better than
nothing. We got about 10 minutes, so rattle through them.
Oh, perfect. Do you weigh your protein powder even though it says 25 grams per scoop?
Yes. If I should. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't.
I try to look at it, make sure it's
I'll
packed.
like,
I make it's packed all the way.
If it's packed and I can get a good full, like, and I do the examine test and there's no gaps, I'm good.
You should. Long story short.
Yeah, you should.
If you have 50 grams,
just like you
protein,
you should weigh it.
2 scoops is like.
We should weigh it.
Yeah.
You should weigh it.
If you're in prep,
there's only one way to know exactly how much you're getting, and that's
weigh it. You should definitely weigh it in prep. Off season, you don't have to, but you still should.
You should.
You should.
But you should, yes.
I do a lot of the time, and then sometimes I won't.
We're all like, how much?
Okay, next one. Has the rise in drug education hurt or helped young athletes in the sport?
Helped.
Encouraged earlier use? I wouldn't say it would necessarily encourage anything, but if you do
helps.
The education
I
process,
think it helps because
it's helped make the sport more competitive and mainstream because it's like
and healthier.
And dude, it's like anything. If like kids are gonna get their fucking hands on drugs, whether or not you want to hear it, because we've all seen it firsthand, right? So it's like, at least if they're doing it and they're taking somewhat of an educated approach, it's better than them going into it with zero form of guidance.
Yeah. Like you hear that one kid that has no coach and is taking like 400 milligrams of tren.
Yeah, bro. First cycle's
what?
500 milligrams of test, 500 milligrams of tren. Like, no fucking A. I know nothing.
Wasting,
I think I know what I'm doing. No PCT. You know what I mean?
This is what the forums said to do.
Yeah.
I'd rather they fucking act. At least they're getting some decent information.
There's a lot of decent information.
The more competitive
there's a lot
the
on
sport
YouTube,
is,
dude.
The more competitive the sport is too, the more it's going to get talked about and the more mainstream it's going to be. So
more kids are going to do
drugs. It does bring
drugs.
a lot more competition to the sport as well, like more crazy physiques.
There also
at
is
20,
a lot
22
of,
years old, and it's like, all right.
There also is a lot of consciousness on like you need to make sure you want to invest in your health this way too,
Right.
because people. I feel like if they wouldn't make that such a big mark on whether or not you want to do this or not, it would be a lot less. What's the word? I forgot what I was gonna say. Sorry.
I was gonna add in
Big
too.
thing is like, yeah, if you are going into it, you need to probably do a year or two without it first to make sure it's really what you want to do.
Max out your natural
'Cause
potential for sure.
Anytime I've talked to people about it, I'm like, well, I want to go pro, and that's why I'm doing it. If that's not your goal or what you're like looking to do, maybe you shouldn't. You know, like Boss of Outlaw just did that Fuad podcast, and he was like, he'll look at a physique and tell them straight up right away, like, we're not going to put you on gear, and they usually are like, why? And he's like,
It's a waste of your
because
time.
you're not going to get to where you're looking to go.
The only time I
so
will
let's not
recommend
waste
gear
it.
is if you get your lab work done and your testosterone is low as shit.
Right.
Then
Hormone
Get on
replacement
some
therapy
hormone
is
replacement.
It's whole different
totally
from-
different
But still,
than
it's
getting
still-
on cycle. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
still like the same thing because it can escalate from there because they're gonna be like, oh, I've been on 150, I feel great. What if I go to 300, 400?
Oh,
Yeah, but
I feel like a lot of people are
that's
scared
still a
to make
different
that
conversation, I
jump. Yeah,
think,
it's a
is like-
total. Yeah,
Because some people will be like, well, I don't want to get on juice. It's like, you're not getting on juice. We're just
you're
making
getting
sure
back
you're
to
healthy.
where you
Yeah.
should be. This
Yeah.
is helping you be where you.
I think
should
it's a
be.
great introduction if you are gonna start like doing
It's the
cycles.
perfect amount.
Well, it's
In all
'cause, yeah,
reality,
now
a
you-
lot of people could take
Especially,
150 to 200 milligrams, and it'll change everything.
Especially if you're coming from a place where it's like you're not
That's like the number
best
one
built
recommendation.
athletically, like
for
you're
sure.
pretty much starting like a little overweight or whatever the fuck. Like you need to
I'll be
really
getting
like,
mine.
yeah, you need to make the disciplinary actions before you start taking that shit to the next level. Because I want to make sure your physique looks like it's in a really good spot so that we can
Then you
actually
can do
like
it.
benefit from higher
Right.
doses.
Yeah, because if you just get on to get on, you're not getting anything
Yeah.
out of it.
Yeah, that's not good.
What's the next question?
Oh shit, you're right. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
That was good. Test. Love
We're not doctors.
it. Not doctor.
Nope.
What keeps you going even when the world just keeps knocking you down?
I like that. I like
I'm
that.
Batman. The Batman.
What keeps you going?
Repeat it one more time.
Good people,
The Batman.
friends, good friends. Aaron keeps me going.
I was gonna. Oh, that was
She
nice.
helps. She helps a ton.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
You
I don't know.
guys?
Focus on the good, not so much the bad. You can look at everything is perspective.
Also, kind of, you can sit down and reflect on everything you've got going on and realize how privileged you probably are, like, to be able to do a lot of the stuff you're doing.
Yeah,
You know?
getting out of your
Asking that
like,
question on an iPhone, probably.
Yeah, get out of-
Everything's in your control too.
Yeah.
Like if
For
if
sure.
you're unhappy in a job or unhappy in a relationship and everything's weighing down on you, maybe you got to change some of those things. You know, you can go find another job that makes you feel happier, more up your alley.
What about the things that aren't in people's control?
like what?
I don't know, like if someone's
I call those problems.
Says-
I call
what if
that an
someone gets,
actual
like,
problem.
What if someone gets like actual problems?
That's an
a
actual.
good
That's
one.
an actual
Like Seth
problem. Something that
Feroci's
is out of
motto.
your control
Yeah.
is an actual
That's
problem.
real fucking
Yeah,
problems. But
that's-
if you don't have real fucking problems, then you just got.
That's what I'm
bullshit.
saying.
Correct.
You should have the moment where you sit down and reflect on everything and realize if it is like privileged stuff, like, oh, you know, lifting's been sucking,
That's
my
perspective.
job's been sucking. Yeah, then
I
that's
haven't been on my
that's on
diet
you.
just because
Yeah.
I've been going through it. Like
if you're
mentally, like-
reflecting on everything and it's all these things that you couldn't control, well, where are those coming from too?
you gotta
Like,
find the root cause
gonna
of
say
problems
that's-
because I feel like if you do find that root cause, you
if there's a similarity in them or whatever.
yeah, like all of that like weight kind of lifts off your shoulders,
Right.
Because you actually like are taking inventory of like what is actually wrong, and oh, it's an easy solution. I was just getting way too in my head about it.
I was
Right.
gonna say on top of that too. Like I feel like majority of people's stress comes from the act of like lacking action itself.
Yeah, because you get in your head if you don't do anything.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's just like, well, if you
you're
really,
doing
if you,
something-
and if you are getting that bad of like, you know, a mentality or anxiety or whatever you want to call it as from that situation, well, there's your clear answer. You got to do more shit.
Right.
Do
Whatever
more
that
shit.
might be. Like, I'm sorry, but like, who was it? Oh, there was, I saw a video one time, but it was just like, you know, busy people don't, you know, usually deal with that shit because they're always being occupied by something. Like they're like, it's not that you don't have time to feel bad, but at the same time, I mean, like, you're focused on so many other moving parts. I feel like when you don't have anything going on, that's when you start to overthink. That's when you get in your head.
Yeah.
That's when you start getting those bad thoughts. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you got to do shit.
Right. Be busy.
Like,
Stay busy.
Stay busy. Busy's better than broke.
Busy's better than broke. We like that.
Yeah.
It was a good motto.
That isn't a good motto.
I think I have one more question, but that was.
Dude, yeah,
that was a
let's
great
do the
one.
last one and then we'll
Can that be the
sign
Log
off.
out.
Can that be the Batman's corner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
We can just do a final. Yeah, we can do a final thought.
Final question and then
Yeah,
final
final-
thought.
Yeah.
Keeping it a nice pace.
What hot food selection from Quick Trip would you guys grab on a cheat day?
Chicken sandwich.
Jose asked that.
Have we done this?
I've done. We have. But I like the chicken.
We
tender
can rerun
basket,
through it. Yeah, come through the whole thing.
Chicken tender basket, chicken sandwich.
I like the wings at
basket?
The wings.
At Quick Trip?
Have you gotten the one with the waffle fries?
No.
I thought you showed me that.
No.
Oh, I wonder who
The
did.
pizzas are fire.
The breakfast
I
pizzas
wouldn't-
are fire.
They have a breakfast pizza?
Yeah.
No way.
They do. It's really
Dangerous,
good.
dude. Egg, sausage, bacon,
I have to say though, it's
ham.
never my first go-to grab. I always grab either chicken sandwich, breakfast sandwich, or the chicken tender basket.
I'm the if I'm going in the morning, which I would prefer it, I'm probably gonna
Breakfast
get the sausage, egg, cheese croissant sandwich.
the full meat one.
The
you
hash
showed me
brown
was pretty
stick.
good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Hash brown on a stick?
The hash brown sticks. Those little tubes.
If I can get
What
a biscuit,
the fuck kind of Quick Trip are you at? I've never seen these.
The
what
one-
the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, what the fuck are you
You got to
talking
go
about?
early.
Oh, that's probably why.
They
Breakfast.
change the food throughout the day.
Breakfast. We're talking breakfast.
Oh, gotcha.
Actually, I have had the basket now that I think about it.
Have you had the pancake sausage
No.
corn?
I have. That
Or
shit's
what's-
fire. The
what-
one where
what's
it's
it
wrapped
called?
in a pancake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are those
shit's
called
good.
though? The hot dog.
Oh,
the batter.
about.
Corn dog. They do breakfast corn dogs with
It's
the
like
sausage and a pancake.
Yeah, it's like an Italian sausage or a breakfast sausage on
Yeah,
the
with
inside.
a pancake.
Yeah,
around it.
those are fucking dude. They used to sell those at high school in the morning. I would smack them bitches.
Bosco sticks.
Oh my
dude,
God,
all
dude.
day.
Yeah, dude.
Getting me a triple order for sure.
Fuck
Not
Getting
doing
me-
just two of them.
Yeah,
Getting me a
fuck
triple
that.
order, that's for sure.
They're so good.
Give me
So what else do
six.
they have? That's pretty good though.
I definitely am always going towards the breakfast sandwiches though. I'll put a little ketchup on them and you're good to go. Like,
That-
that's all you need.
That Southwest sauce. They
Yeah, or
have,
the Southwest sauce.
that
Yeah.
with the chicken sandwiches are fucking.
Dude, I used to eat Quick Trip in college all the time.
Dude,
I
it's
miss
so
eating
good.
it.
Should we go to Quick? No, I'm just kidding.
We have no one near, but actually one of the jobs I was looking at was Quick Trip business developer for Milwaukee.
Oh, that actually.
They were
sounds
looking
sick.
for to hire a Milwaukee business
Should
developer.
have done that, dude.
And I was like, damn, that's sick because that means they're coming to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
If they're hiring a business developer for the Milwaukee area, that means they're probably looking. It says new business director.
I
or
just feel like
developer,
they.
so-
I feel like the only thing that's stopping them from that is Quick
Speedway.
Trip is Speedway, and I feel like Quick Trip is like doesn't want to get involved with all the downtown shit.
Yeah, correct. They don't want to
They
deal with
don't-
that.
They're
bullshit.
gonna though. They're going in.
I know.
They're
It sucks.
they're
Dangerous,
I think,
dude.
But
You're
they're
playing
looking to
a
run
dangerous
Speedway
game.
out of there because I think Speedway tried
I feel
to
like they would
adapt.
need to have hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's gonna get robbed.
Yeah.
Not robbed. I mean, you just probably have a lot of inventory. Inventory not hanging out. Chicken
Inventory
sandwiches
would be
right out the
fucked.
window.
Yeah.
You just see them break in. You just see some dude like fucking
me all
balding
the
with a
glazers.
shotgun goes. Ch-ch. Now I don't know how you do things around here, boy, but at Quick Trip, we keep it safe.
Now you're gonna stand in line.
Some guys
right?
like they just start like a gang rivalry. It's all the Quick Trip workers with like guns. They're just like, you're not gonna ruin what we have.
Now I'll ask you again. You got your rewards card?
Would you like one?
Yeah, dude. That's oh my god. And then they always say, "Have a great day. We'll
Yeah.
see you next
We'll
time."
see you next time.
And I always go.
I love
I always
Quick
go. You too.
So nice.
Damn it.
You just go, I love you.
Fuck.
Thank you.
They'll always say, "See you next time," and I end with "you too," and I'm always like, "God damn it, they get me every time."
I say that too. Yeah, you too. Have a good one. Yeah, I don't even think about it.
I
Cool.
don't say anything.
Oh, Quick Trip.
They're pumping people out left and right. You're
It's
just
like,
a small
thanks.
glimpse of their day.
All right. Final thoughts. Starting with Zach. Give me a couple. Anything. Have a good day.
Yeah, no, just have a good day. Kill it. It's Monday. Let's have a great week.
For them, it's gonna be Wednesday 2 weeks from now. But yeah.
It's hump day then. Well, you're almost there, people.
Yeah.
Keep finishing. Finish
Finish
strong.
the week strong.
Finish strong. And yeah, we'll talk to you next week.
Lance.
Happy Memorial Day. Give thanks to those who served. Enjoy the day with your family. A lot
Yeah.
of people get the day off. That's super exciting.
Yeah.
We're going to go get a lift in. Enjoy our afternoon. Other than that, should be another great week.
Yep.
4-day week, baby.
Like, follow, subscribe, show us to a friend. We're gonna be
Do your
pumping out
thing.
new stuff. We got a producer we're
Exciting
bringing
stuff.
on. We got
Exciting
exciting
stuff.
things coming to the podcast. So thank you for supporting. Go have a good day. Make it a good one, and
candy.
and get a good workout in this week.